What's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Sorry I've been absent. I have been extremely busy with not just coffee stuff, but pretty much life in general. I'm still in school. I just got offered a new job. All kinds of things have just piling one on top of the other. So I apologize that I haven't been posting, but I'm here, I promise. Today's gonna be a short, sweet video. My power went out, so I actually can't get done any of the things that I wanna work on. So I figured, hey, power's out, got my coffee. It's story time. But first, what's worse than the power being out and you're trying to get all of your work done and you're drinking a cup of coffee, meaning you have tons of energy, being out of coffee? That is even worse. Don't let that happen. Subscribe and save. Today, roastedcoffeecompany.com. Go ahead, go over there, subscribe. We will ship you your coffee at the time frame that you want, 2 weeks, 1 month, it doesn't matter. And you will save money. Never go without coffee again because it makes a person crazy. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not gonna sell to you. That's not what this channel is for. Let's go ahead and get into the story. This is the story of selling in a grocery store. Selling your coffee in a grocery store. We're gonna take it way back to 2017. The year was 2017. Year was 2018. I gotta get this story right. So this story is actually something that I have in my ebook. I just touch on it because I think it's pretty interesting. People have asked me time and time again, how do you start selling in a grocery store? And it's a great question because it seems like it's this crazy, like, oh my God, you've made it. You're selling in a grocery store. Like the hurdles you must have gone over to get there. Truth be told, I'm not gonna say it wasn't work up to that point, but actually getting into the grocery store and the requirements that you have to meet, they're not that bad. It's not that difficult. Today's gonna be the story of how I did it. Without getting too much into the logistics of it, because again, all of that is in the ebook, just like pretty much all of this information that I'm gonna start talking about here on out, which is available at roastedcoffeecompany.com, okay? You can download the ebook. Go ahead, go over there, check it out. Literally, it's 88 pages, okay? I don't know how I did that or when I did that, but it's 88 pages of just solid information on the things that you need to know. There's no fluff, there's no BS. It's just the things you need to know. So let's get into the story. I was on my way to the grocery store, super nervous, okay? I was like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know who I'm gonna talk to. I don't know what they're gonna say, what I'm gonna have to say. So I pull up to the grocery store, which was, I don't know, 5-7 minutes away from my house, which made it super convenient. But I walk in there and I'm all dressed up. I got a nice shirt, nice pants, shirt's tucked in, belt, everything, okay? Hair slicked back. And I go up to the register and I'm like, hey, can you call the grocery manager? I'm here, I just need to talk to him about selling a product. And the person's just like, yeah, all right, I got you. So they call the grocery manager over and it took him, I don't know, it took him what felt like a year to get there. And I think it was probably because I was just anxious, but I was like, all right, dude, where is this guy? I'm sweating bullets at this point because it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. So anyways, the grocery manager comes around the corner and I took the first step to approach him because I was like, oh, this guy looks like a grocery manager, which isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying he looks like a grocery manager. So I'm gonna approach him, okay? And I was right, it was him. His name was Carrie and he was a super nice guy. Keep in mind, I had probably been in the store for 2 minutes at this point. I know I said I waited for a long time, but it was like 2 minutes. So I walk in there, 2 minutes later, grocery manager comes out. I walk up to him, I shake his hand, I say, hey, I'm Bonde Johnson. I'm here to sell you some coffee. I own a coffee roasting company. I love Lucky's Market, which is the store that I was in. You guys have local products. I'm a local product. I'm hoping that we could work out a way that I could start selling my coffee in here. We're freshly roasted coffee. We have a bunch of different blends, et cetera, et cetera. So he asked me, he literally just like paused for a second, was looking at me and was like, and in my head, again, it felt like it was a year. I was like, yo, say something, please. But he looks at me and he goes, you guys sell shirts and hats? And I was like, yeah, we sell shirts and hats. What's up? He was like, you get me a shirt and a hat and your coffee's in the store. And I was like, okay, like you're pulling my leg. But he was dead serious. He was like, no, look, we'll make it happen. He then asked me, he was like, how many SKUs do you guys have? And that was the question that I was just like, I knew this was coming, something that I wasn't gonna know the answer to. So he asked me how many SKUs I have, and I was like, 6? It could have been, it could have been tens, hundreds. I don't know what he was talking about when it came to SKUs. So I said 6 because we had 6 roasts, and luckily I was right. Now a SKU is anything from, it's any variation. So a SKU is a variant. It's a stock keeping unit is what it stands for. And they just have to keep track of okay, if the roast was the schmedium, which is what we were selling in there, schmedium, one SKU would be schmedium whole bean and schmedium ground. Okay, so each of those had a stock keeping unit. Each one was one SKU. I had 2 roasts that we sold in store, whole bean only. So we only had 2 SKUs, but when I said 6, I wasn't far off, okay? So I didn't seem like too much of an idiot, but I went home and looked it up later. But anyways, the whole interaction was maybe 10 minutes, and he actually sent me an email to contact somebody at their corporate office who sent me back an email with everything I had to do to sell in the grocery store. And it was like 3 major things, okay? It wasn't anything out of this world. And the point I'm trying to make is I was in the grocery store for 10 minutes, and now all of a sudden I'm getting this email from corporate office saying, hey, just do these 3 things and we'll start selling your coffee. Like, it was that simple. And the guy was super nice. But the 3 things that they needed from me were I needed to have a general liability insurance policy, like I think $1 million general limited liability. And that's not that expensive. It's like less than $1,000 a year. So, I mean, it's a worthwhile investment, trust me. And then they needed my EIN, they needed my articles of organization proving that it was a legitimate business. And that was it. I mean, it was literally as easy as that. They had certain profit margins they needed to meet, but that's it. I walked into the store and 10 minutes later, I sealed the deal. And I was nervous as could be. So if you're somebody that's like, wow, I'm not good at talking to people, it doesn't matter. Like, of course, I've never considered myself somebody that struggles talking to people, but in that instance, I was super like, I don't know what to expect. I don't want to blow this. Like, my business partner who was in Connecticut was relying on me. He's like, yo, you're the only one in Florida. Like, you got to start landing that. And I was like, thanks for, relieving the pressure of messing this up. But honestly, I mean, it's one of those things that you just, like I said, look at and go, wow, that's got to be, all these like complicated steps and hurdles you just got to get over, but it's not. So that's good news for everybody. I hope that story makes things a little more human to you, a little more personal. Maybe it is going to open your eyes to, oh, I can actually do this sooner than I thought. That's it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that story. I'm working on something right now. Let's cover this. Fellowship Coffee Roasters. What is this, you say? We, all of us, you, me, and you, are going to build a brand, okay? And we're gonna build a website, and it's gonna be Fellowship Coffee Roasters, okay? I made this up. My sister just did this logo for me, okay? It's sweet. We're gonna make this company, all right? We're all gonna make this coffee company together, and it's gonna be super cool learning experience. So more on that to come. I'm gonna close this out, make it short and sweet. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do, not being able to work. I probably have to go somewhere, which is annoying, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that story. I'm trying to keep up on videos. As I get busier, I don't forget about this. I try to make this a priority, so definitely more to come. Stay safe, stay healthy. All of you have supported, I love you all. And in general, I love you all. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.